Have you ever stumbled into a picture of 10 LEGO Star Wars 2008 San Diego Comic-Con sets? Because I have. That's like $20,000 of LEGO Star Wars sets nowadays. Just absurd what some people were able to amass back in the day. Anyway, this is Ask MandR episode 276, a series where I answer your questions. So if you have a question I want to answer on next week's episode, leave it down in the comments section below. Hit the like button while you're there. And let's get into it with our first question from MRME. These names with the ats suck. He says, pretty recently LEGO made a few construction figures for the Marvel and DC lines, and they looked a lot like buildable figures. Could this mean that Star Wars buildable figures could come back in the future? So I will say that with the original line of LEGO Star Wars buildable characters, it was preceded again by a Marvel line of buildable characters that did look much worse than what eventually came out for Star Wars. I think the Marvel ones from the early 2010s just look awful. The Star Wars ones obviously didn't sell well, and I still, just no matter what happens, I will never tell you I think LEGO is going to come out with more construction figures for LEGO Star Wars. I was shocked they even did mechs, to be fair, so anything goes, I guess. But I still get sent pictures weekly of Jyn Erso on retail shelves. I'm not talking like third-party resale, like this set has been on that shelf for nearly a decade. LEGO Star Wars is not bringing back construction figures. Jesus Rain says, I've noticed that LEGO Star Wars themselves has gone from an average of 54 sets per year to around 20. I hope that this is because of everything new that LEGO is making, although I'd prefer Star Wars line is the main focus, but what do you think the reason is? So I think some of your numbers are a bit off to begin with. If we look at 2017, which was the year the most things released for LEGO Star Wars, according to Bricklink, we had 67 things. But if you break it down to what is like mainline sets, so sets that came out in boxes and we're just going to exclude like buildable characters and polybags and May 4th promos and 2-in-1, 3-in-1s. So there may definitely be less sets right now, but some of that can be attributed to kind of the consolidation of sets. When I did a little bit of research on this topic a few years ago, what I found was that basically every year there's around the same dollar amount or piece count for LEGO Star Wars sets from year over year. So there may be more sets in a given year, but on average they cost less money. That sort of thing. But the number going from 54 to 20 is absolutely wrong. It's more like, you know, one year there was 30 and now there's 25 and next year there'll be 27. It's gonna ebb and flow. Domino Squad 88 says, do you think selling duplicate name clones like Phase 2 Rex, Wolf, etc. is a smart move to help build a clone army? You know, if you're getting multiple Phase 2 Rexes from UCS vendors, you probably don't need any help building your clone army. You've got enough money. Jokes aside, though, this is absolutely the move. It's been the move for well over a decade at this point. Most people, if their goal is to build a clone army, if they're buying multiple of a bigger set, like let's just take the 2022 ATT, you're not going to want multiple of the named characters in those sets, and so you're going to want to go and sell that Commander Cody. So you can essentially reinvest that $20, whether you take that Cody's $20 and buy a battle pack, or just put it towards a bigger set. Either way, it's helping make your clone army building a little bit more efficient. I made an entire video about a month ago on like the best ways to build your clone army in 2023, so I'll link that down below. Check that out after the video. Brady BB says, do you think we'll get any more sets for Indiana Jones? I really don't think this. There were rumored to be sets for the movie, and obviously they canceled Temple of Doom, and so I feel like if they canceled especially the movie sets, that's your writing on the wall right there. Basically, if there's anything in the future, it'd be kind of a one-off thing, but it seems like LEGO made these 3 sets, or they made more than 3 sets. I think they made at least 9 sets from what the rumors were, but they only ended up releasing 3 of them, and so that's a pretty telltale sign. I don't have an answer. I don't even have a great bit of speculation to give you, other than that I just don't think it's happening. Top Suck says, what do you think the best 5 LEGO Star Wars sets to buy right now are? And if I gave you the true answer, they'd all be $400, $500, $800 sets. We'll start with the $0 to $30 range, and within that range, I think the Obi-Wan Starfighter is the best set by a mile. I originally was going to do $0 to $25, and I was like, all of these sets are like brickheads, or they're like kind of lame to me. But if you were going to break it down a little bit tighter there, I would go with the Boba Fett mech just for the Boba Fett minifigure, even though I just hate the idea of them doing mechs instead of minifig packs. Next, we'll go for the $30 to $100 range, and in there, I think the midi-scale Super Star Destroyer is my favorite. I just love having it on display. I think it looks super clean, and I just love the midi-scale. Hopefully we get more in 2024. I think a TIE Interceptor set's good there too, but if I was only going to pick one, it'd be the Super Star Destroyer. Next, for the $100 to $200 range, the Ghost and Phantom 2 is phenomenal, although you can't go wrong with the Razor Crest, the AT-AT, or the Falcon. For the $200 to $400 range, the Mos Eisley Cantina is easily the best set there right now. And then finally at the tippy top, $500 to $900, I think the Razor Crest, Falcon, and AT-AT are all excellent, near perfect offerings, although I would go with the AT-AT there. Next question from Ed says, just about how many Lego sets would you say you have? This includes both sealed and unsealed sets. Also, my dad just backed the HasLab, LOL. W dad in chat. Anyway, I just shot in the dark guess, would have to guess I have upwards of 5,000 sets. I mean, this is between things that I bought to resell, things that I have in my collection to just have in my collection sealed, things I have opened from over the years. I mean, I just have 100 open sets to my right there. I've got a ton in the closet, polybags galore all over. I mean, yeah, I've amassed a lot of Lego, quite frankly. So probably under 5,000, but probably greater than 2,500. That's my final answer. Because I have like 300 Final First Battle Packs alone. It just has to be some stupid number, but it's not something I bother to keep track of, honestly. Hippo Gaming says, do you think the current Republic Bricks mystery boxes are worth the price? I generally think nobody should be buying mystery boxes. I feel like I gotta say this every once in a while because it's just important for people to know. In the Lego space, there are a lot of sellers. Republic Bricks is not the only one that sell mystery boxes of mystery items, and I partake in this for some video content from time to time. I enjoy doing it, but at the end of the day, I think that most of you should not be partaking in buying mystery boxes. Now, of course, it's your money and you can do what you want with it, but my word of caution is chances are you won't get what you want. Chances are you won't get the big prize that's worth far more than the price that you paid, of course. I just keep that in mind. I wouldn't buy mystery boxes from Republic Bricks, even though he sponsors the channel. I'm sure he doesn't love that I'm telling you not to buy a specific item from his page, but like, that's just how I feel about it. I'll tell you the exact same thing about Lego CMFs and boxes. Don't buy those. That's just the way that I see that sort of stuff. So yeah, I enjoy making videos on that sort of stuff when I'm doing like a content bit on it, but I really don't think most people should spend their money on it. You should just buy the thing you want. Speaking of CMFs, James says, do you think Lego will revisit having chase items such as the Series 18 Policeman, Percival Graves from Harry Potter Series 1, or even the chance to find a Chrome Vader, don't forget our boy Chrome C-3PO, in random sets? I think the short answer is no. I just don't think they'll do it again, and I think there's a fair reason for them to not do it again. It's because the Lego market is insane now. It just wasn't that way back in the day. I mean, sure, there were people that hunted for Mr. Gold, and there was a bit of a frenzy to it, but that was 10 years ago. Social media and the whole dynamic has entirely changed. There's so many more Lego fans, so many more people that want to buy this sort of thing. I mean, it would be absurd if they did any of that sort of stuff now. Like, just the frenzy at stores would be just too much to handle, I think, for Lego stores and Targets and Walmarts. The bad actors involved, where people would be like getting them out of back rooms before any regular consumer would have a fair chance at that sort of thing. I mean, the endless complaining about, oh, but that person found 5. That's not fair. I can't find 1. Like, it would just never end. Lego wouldn't get any good press out of it, although I would love it because I think it would be really fun, you know, but I'm thinking of it would be fun when it's pure, and it wouldn't be that for very long because it would just devolve. And unfortunately, you can see the writing on the wall with something like this because Lego did this with San Diego Comic-Con. They basically took away any cool exclusive set or minifigure, and now they've just dumped it down to some collectible pins. We used to get really dope Comic-Con sets, and now we get nothing. Now we get a pin. It's downstairs. Hold on. I know it's bubble wrapped, but we legit used to get sets like this, and now they just give away a pin. Look how tiny and lame this is compared to something as dope as a Comic-Con set like this.
Hi, my name is Sans, and you can subscribe to my channel from the pinned comment down below. See, Ryan is currently driving from Florida to Virginia right now because he doesn't like to fly, so he asked me to help fix up his video. Sometimes Ryan's thoughts in his mind don't communicate all that well with his words from his mouth, and it gets lost in translation. So here, when he was supposed to be talking about minifigures being some sort of chase object that Lego could potentially do, instead, he goes on this weird tangent about Comic-Con and their exclusive items. See, he's upset that Lego doesn't like doing exclusive things anymore with Comic-Con, or as exclusive, so he doesn't think they would really do it in the future. You're welcome for translating this wonderful piece of content.
Now you have a pin. Like, come on now. Duncan says, I swear Lego instructions of the 80s and 90s required more skill for building each step. There were no parts lists per step and would not waste a step for 1 or 2 pieces like you see sometimes today. What's your opinion? I think making the building process more simple is generally a good thing for Lego and its consumers. Just like, it's no fun to like miss pieces because it doesn't tell you what pieces you need, and spending 3 minutes searching the page for exactly where you're supposed to put a piece. I can understand wanting to have more of a challenge, but I absolutely do not think that is the majority of people. Sean Novus wants to know, how deep is that shelf behind you? I just bought Rivendell yesterday, and I'm curious the depth it actually needs to sit like yours. So Rivendell does hang off my shelf ever so slightly, but the depth is just over 10 inches. So if you get anything of equal or slightly greater depth, you're gonna be just fine. It doesn't surprisingly need a super huge shelf, kind of like the Republic gunship would not fit back there because its wingspan is just so huge. So yeah, the Rivendell set surprisingly displays pretty nicely. Very happy with its spot there on the shelf, and hopefully I'll have a review soon because I know people have been asking about that. Alicia says, one of my local Walmarts got the 332nd Battle Pack in yesterday, and it's apparently being sold for $27 there. Do you think the $20 price will be exclusive to the Lego website? I am in the USA, by the way. It's absolutely not exclusive to the Lego website. It is supposed to be $20. However, Walmart has it for $27 because I think if you remember in some rumor videos earlier this year, we were talking about how the Battle Pack, or it was supposed to be a Swamp Speeder, we didn't know it was a Battle Pack at the time, it was going to be $25, and then we kind of caught wind that there was going to be a price bump to $27, and we saw that price bump stick with things like the Marvel mech for the Hulkbuster, like that's still $27, but Lego somehow, in their just moment of genius, realized that fans would not put up with a $27 battle pack and lowered the price back to $20. And so what you're seeing now as that set is making its way on the shelves is that some retailers, Walmart obviously being one of them, have not adjusted this price to represent what the price is actually supposed to be. So don't buy them from Walmart. If you really want them, buy them from Lego, Amazon.com. I'll put my affiliate links down in the description below since these sets just came out today. But yeah, the 332nd Battle Pack costs way too much at Walmart. It's kind of insane. It just tells you what Lego was about to do. And it's incredibly ironic because in some of the pictures you can see like the 501st Battle Pack, that's $20, right next to what Lego wanted to do for $27. They really wanted to screw us making it $27. They were this close to doing it. It's completely absurd to me that people defend them on any basis of cost of like, oh, it would cost them too much to do this, or they'd have to pay for a new mold. Like, they made billions of dollars, bro, and they're still trying to screw us on price, and you're gonna defend them on that? So it's just absurd. So yeah, $27 at Walmart. Don't buy it there. Just use my affiliate link in the description below, or go to a different store that has it for not $27. Next question from Elijah says, what determines the brick selection for Pick-a-Bricks at Lego stores? So first things first, they are switching from cups to boxes very soon, which is going to be very interesting. I'm sure I'll be able to make a whole analysis video on that. But essentially each store has an employee, I believe, that each week picks out from a list which bricks they're going to have shipped from the distribution center to the Lego store and then be put onto the wall. Now, from what I understand, sometimes this list is easier to understand than others. Like, I believe there are times I've been told where the list just has names or numbers of bricks and it doesn't have like a picture or anything, so you can't really tell what you're ordering. You just check some boxes and then they show up. Now, a lot of Lego stores are obviously picking from the same pool of parts, so you're still going to see a lot of the same stuff in each store. Like, stores can't just get like really cool, unique things. Like, they are limited to whatever Lego is offering, I guess. But Lego stores did recently start getting better Pick-a-Bricks, some newer parts, and that's really good because I've been complaining about that for a while. I still think it needs some work, but it's far better than it was just a month or two ago. So they have really improved in that aspect, and I hope they continue to cycle in more unique and cool and big parts, because for a while there, I mean, it was like 1x1 green plates, and it's like, okay, great. It's been 5 years. I'm kind of good on 1x1 green plates. Or you'll see the 1x1 circular tile eyeball pieces, and those are in like 4 different buckets on the Pick-a-Brick wall, and it's like, well, you know, nobody really wants these, and if it is, it's kids, and they'll get a couple for eyes, and like, so that's why there's 4 bins of them, because nobody's getting that. So like, yeah, I think the Pick-a-Brick has improved. Maybe still has a little bit of a ways to go, but yeah, things are looking up there. I'm very happy. Hail Caesar got the deal of the week here. He bought 20 pounds of bulk Lego from a friend for $100, and he found a Phase 2 Captain Rex, an ARC Trooper with a Kama and Pauldron, and a complete Bomb Squad Trooper battle pack. I think you should buy your friends a McDonald's Happy Meal, sell the rest of your bulk, because I don't know what you're gonna do with 20 pounds of bulk Lego. Maybe you have a grand plan and there's a good reason you bought it, but otherwise sell that big old bin of Legos you got and reinvest that money into something cooler. That's it for this episode, guys. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and if you have a question for next episode, leave it down in the comments below. See ya. Hi everyone, welcome to Ask MandR Productions.